What's up, Extreme Kids of Ottawa and around the world? This is First Lady Kay, and I want to welcome you to our midweek story time, where we are reading my First Message Bible, a devotional Bible for kids by Eugene Peterson, ages 4 to 8. And I want to thank all of our extreme kids who have emailed us at ottawachurchkids@gmail.com, sending us your answers for the challenges. We are so blessed that we're able to send you a prize in the mail, and we enjoyed all of your answers so very much. This week, we're going to be reading the plagues from Exodus chapter 7 to 10. So let's get started. Remember, when I read the challenges, be sure to write them down so you can answer them later in a very creative way, and then send them to us at ottawachurchkids@gmail.com for your special prize in the mail. God told Moses, I'm going to fill Egypt with miracles, but Pharaoh is not going to listen to you. Take your staff and throw it down in front of Pharaoh. It will turn into a snake. Sss. Moses and Aaron did what God commanded, and the staff turned into a snake. Sss. Pharaoh called in his magicians, who did the same thing, but then Aaron's staff swallowed their staffs. Yet Pharaoh wouldn't listen to them. Oh no, extreme kids, what will happen? Here's your first challenge. Why do you think Pharaoh would not listen to Moses? I can't wait to hear your answers. Continuing our story. God said to Moses, go say to Pharaoh, God, the God of the Hebrews says, release my people so that they can worship me in the wilderness. I'm going to take this staff that I'm holding and strike this Nile River water. The water will turn into blood. Aaron raised his staff and hit the water in the Nile, and all the water in the Nile turned to blood. But the magicians of Egypt did the same thing. Still, Pharaoh remained stubborn. God said to Moses, go to Pharaoh and tell him, if you refuse to release my people, I'm warning you, I'll hit the whole country with frogs. The Nile will swarm with frogs. Ribbit! They'll come up into your houses, into your bedrooms, and into your beds. Ribbit, ribbit! Oh no! Here's your next challenge, extreme kids. What would it be like to have frogs in your bed? That's pretty silly, isn't it? But that's what happened to them. Continuing our story, Aaron stretched his staff over the waters of Egypt, and a mob of frogs came up and covered the country. But again, the magicians did the same thing. Pharaoh still wouldn't listen to Moses and Aaron, just as God had said. God said to Moses, tell Aaron, take your staff and strike the dust. The dust will turn into gnats all over Egypt. All the dust of the earth turned into gnats. Gnats everywhere in Egypt. Ooh, bzzz. The magicians tried to produce gnats, but this time they couldn't do it. God said to Moses, tell Pharaoh, if you don't release my people, I'll release swarms of flies on you. And God did just that. All over Egypt, the country was ruined by flies. Buzz, buzz, buzz. But Pharaoh once again wouldn't release the people. God said to Moses, tell Pharaoh, if you refuse to release my people, God will strike your farm animals with a severe disease. The next day, God did it. All the farm animals of Egypt died. Oh, but no one animal of the Israelites died. But Pharaoh stayed stubborn. He wouldn't release the people. Here's your next challenge, extreme kids. What does it mean to be stubborn? God said to Moses and Aaron, take fistfuls of soot from a furnace and throw it into the air right before Pharaoh's eyes. It will become fine dust all over Egypt and cause sores on people and animals throughout Egypt." So they took soot from a furnace and threw it up in the air. It caused sores on people and animals. Still, Pharaoh wouldn't listen. God said to Moses, "Tell Pharaoh, this time I'm going to strike you with a terrible hailstorm." Moses lifted his staff to the skies, and God sent cracks of thunder, boom, and hail shot through the lightning with lightning strikes. God rained hail down on the land of Egypt, except for Goshen, where the Israelites lived. There was no hail in Goshen. But when Pharaoh saw that the rain and hail and thunder had stopped, he kept right on sinning, stubborn as ever. He refused to release the Israelites. Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said to him, "God, the God of the Hebrews says, 'How long are you going to refuse to release my people? Watch out. Tomorrow I'm bringing locusts into your country. They'll devour everything left over from the hailstorm, even the saplings out in the field.'" Nom, 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 nom. Well, here's your next challenge, X-treme kids. Would you change your mind if all these things were happening to you? Why or why not? That's a really great question, isn't it? Moses stretched out his staff over the land of Egypt. There never was an invasion of locusts like it in the past, and never will be again. But Pharaoh still didn't release the Israelites. God said to Moses, "Stretch your hand to the skies. Let darkness descend on the land of Egypt." Moses stretched out his hand to the skies. Thick darkness descended on the land of Egypt for 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Nobody could see anybody except for the Israelites. They had light where they were living. But God kept Pharaoh stubborn as ever. He wouldn't agree to release them. What will happen, X-treme kids? Let's see what our prayer challenge this week is. The opposite of stubborn can be obedient. Pray about ways to obey this week. That's a great challenge. Send us your prayer, either a recording or a prayer that you've written down about this answer. I can't wait to hear your prayer. Our Living Out the Word of God challenge. Look up stubborn in the dictionary. Discuss with your family when it is good to listen and be obedient. Now think of times when it is good to be stubborn. Very interesting. Maybe you can let me know an example of when it was good to be stubborn or when it's bad to be stubborn. Examples of your own life or your parents' life. That would be wonderful. Remember to send me all of your challenges at ottawachurchkids@gmail.com so I can send you a special prize in the mail. I'm so excited. These are great challenges this week, and I look forward to hearing from you. X-treme kids, remember to continue to dream extreme. This is First Lady K signing off. We'll see you next week.